take me alive, Predon.
Man, this thing is nice. Today I'm out at the local range to give you guys and gals a 3,000 round update on my GSG 1911 chambered in .22 long rifle. Let's take it over to the bench so you can get a closer look at it. So here on the table before you, of course, like I said, is the GSG 1911 chambered in .22 long rifle. And I'm just going to go over some of the things that I've noticed in 3,000 rounds. I'm not going to take it apart and show you the wear like I normally would. But I can tell you, it is wearing like a normal pistol. Except for this. That's a little extraordinary wear that I noticed. That happened within the first 100 rounds. It actually shaved it off the barrel a little bit. But now that it shaved it off the barrel, it doesn't shave it anymore. So I don't know what the deal with that was, but it didn't affect the accuracy. So let's talk a little bit about the sights. So I noticed the sights were terrible. When I got the gun, I shot it, I hated the sights. I hated them. So these are Dawson Precision fiber optic sights, front and rear. So I did replace that. I didn't replace any of the internals of the gun. So that was one dislike about it, was the sights. The sights were horrible. I had to replace them. So let's start with the base of the gun pretty much. So these magazines, let's talk about these magazines. These things are well built. These are the best .22 long rifle magazines I've ever had. And I have a Smith & Wesson M&P 1522 rifle. I have a Ruger Mark III. These magazines are built like a tank. Yeah, they're $30 a piece if you don't get them at Gun Mag Warehouse. But these things are built like a tank, and it doesn't matter how you feed the rounds in there. They don't have to be pointed up. You just drop them in there, throw it in the gun, and shoot it, and that's it. So these magazines, congrats to GSG on that. The grips are amazing. I love the trigger. The trigger on this, it just feels great. It shoots great, and it's just like a 1911 in my hand. It feels good. The weight is really, really good. Let's talk about the finish. As you can see, it's really dirty. Let's talk about the finish. So people really hate the finish on these guns. This is in tan. Now, as for a range toy, you know, a .22 long rifle, I haven't had an issue with this finish. Now, I haven't been putting it in and out of a holster. I haven't been scratching it. I haven't been throwing it in the truck. I've been taking it out of the case, loading the magazines, and shooting it. And the finish remains good. It looks good. It feels good. So as far as external wear, like I said, that little funny deal on the barrel there still has the plastic guide rod in it. It is smooth, I tell you. So there is a little bit of wear on the slide catch right there. Since it is an aluminum slide, the steel slide catch is kind of taking a little bit of, you know, it's not taking metal, but it's dimpling it slightly. The price point on this thing was amazing, you know. People get them anywhere from $250 to $300. I think I paid $270 for this one. It is a great overall pistol. What else? Bulk ammunition. All 3,000 rounds that I've shot through this were all bulk ammo. Remington Golden Bullet hollow points. Will it eat Winchester white box? Hell no, because Winchester sucks. Winchester sucks. That white box shit, I have had nothing but bad luck with that, with anything. Rifles, pistols, you can actually hear the inaccuracy of the powder. So the wear on this thing is very minimal, you know. It's very, very dirty on the inside. One thing I don't like also is the magazine disconnector. So it's empty, see, empty. You can't squeeze the trigger without a magazine. which is easily fixable if I was to put the parts into it. But I really didn't want, you know, it's an inexpensive gun. I didn't want to put a lot of stuff into it. But the best upgrade for this pistol are these Dawson Precision front and rear fiber optic sights. And you can get them in black in the rear and fiber optic in the front, or black on black, or whatever you want to get. But this video is not about Dawson Precision. This thing is accurate. I mean, I've been shooting it on paper. I've been shooting steel, as you saw in the beginning of the video, and it is accurate. It is super controllable. The trigger is really, really good. It just feels good in the hand. It feels like an actual 1911, and just the balance, the weight. And I know people laugh when I say, oh, the recoil of the 22 is well managed by this gun. Well, there is recoil in the 22 as far as firing and getting right back on your target and be able to squeeze those shots off in rapid succession without having to acquire your target. You know, actually having to think about acquiring your target. I have a Ruger 2245 Light Mark III, and that thing, even with a brake on it, you fire it, and then you got to think about putting that dot back on the target before you squeeze the next round. This thing, it's got some bulk to it. So you fire it, and it's right there. You fire it, fire, fire, fire. It is great. So all in all, the GSG 1911 chambered in 22 long rifle is an excellent buy. 3,000 rounds may not seem like a lot, but I have fired this thing and fired it. I've cleaned it once in 3,000 rounds. It's been well lubed. So if you're thinking about getting a really nice 1911 clone, I would definitely consider
buying an airplane. Oh, wait. Hear that? They're coming to take us away.
Anyway, I would definitely consider buying one of these for the price point. And I shouldn't even say for the price point it's good, because for any price point, this is a good gun. It's made in the same factory as the Sig Sauer 1911, and it is a whole lot cheaper. For a range toy, I can't complain about this thing. I love the, you know, just the fine details of how the grip safety are, the dovetail, this really nice smooth dovetail. How many jams have I had? Maybe we should talk about that. I have only had, honestly, probably 2 or 3 jams out of the 3,000 rounds. So, and I hope you guys take my word that the internal wear is just like a normal pistol would be. There's nothing odd about it. I'd take it apart, but you have all these little parts and screws and all that lovely stuff. So, I hope you enjoyed the video on the 3,000 round update of the GSG 1911. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.